Hello friends and welcome today to the 8 biggest lies in Rise of Kingdoms. Number 6 will shock you. Number 6 won't really shock you. I've just always wanted to say that. You know, doctors hate it. 3 simple reasons why you should eat more fish. That kind of thing. Anyway, on we go. Number 1, and this might be a personal thing for me, but my god, every time I see it, it annoys me. So you've just started the game. You've got City Keeper. Well, my city's safe. Thank God I've got City Keeper. He'll keep me safe. City Guard or Garrison or City Watch is a type of law enforcement, blah, blah, blah. Unofficial organisations committed to ensuring the safety of small cities. Thank God my city's safe. He doesn't even garrison. Inexcusable. Inexcusable that City Keeper is not part of this esteemed collection of garrison commanders. Trade Descriptions Act. It's wrong. It's horrible to see. City Keeper, no garrison. Big lie, number 1. Number 2 is equally egregious in many ways. Play that ad.
50,000? That's just pathetic, man. You should take the next one.
Hold the elevator! Ow! 20 million power? Teach me! Oh man, you chose the wrong civilization to begin with!
If you want the upper hand from the get-go, you can't go wrong with the Vikings. The increased capacity for collecting resources and the attack and counter-attack buff when other beginning players are still farming, you'd be ready to invade. And when they're finally able to put together an army, you'd already be conquering cities with your Viking berserkers, led by Commander Ragnar.
I mean, we've got to break that down bit by bit. Number 1, I don't mean to brag, but I'm very good at getting lifts. I've got lifts set everywhere. Major cities, small cities. Never once has someone stopped me on account of my power. Maybe they will. Maybe it's going to happen in the future. Number 2, of course, the big one. I don't think you get 20 million power by selecting the Vikings. I mean, what we missed from that video is, well, I selected the Vikings to begin with. I get a 5% increased gathering resource. And then I spent $23,000. Dollars? It's like pounds, but more American dollars. $23,000, and suddenly I hit 20 million power. Who knew? Also, Ragnar, attacking cities with Ragnar. Madness. All of that is madness. It's a lie. I tell you, a lie. Don't believe a word of it. For number 3, you've followed the advice. You've changed to the Vikings. You know about the quick power grind from the Vikings. You understand that that's a good way to get ahead in the game. Let's attack some cities. Right, well, what troops shall I use to attack the cities? I've played Age of Empires. I know how it works. I guess I'll use, well, these seem good, these siege. Simple structures that can inflict massive damage to wooden gates. A nightmare for many cities. And this is kind of an extended one, because siege in this game are just a lie. You'll get loads of people trying to get siege to work. They won't work. Most of all, do not use siege to attack cities. Do not use siege with Ragnar. You're being lied to. Rock have got you round their little finger. Battering rams. Siege in general being used to attack cities when you're not plundering resources. It seems so obvious that it's the thing to do. But believe you me, try and attack a city with some siege and see what happens. Even with Ragnar, even with Vikings, you're being fibbed to, my friends. Escape the Matrix. Don't believe the lies. I know what you're saying. We've got to number 4 without a nomenclative discrepancy. Well, rest safe. Nomenclative discrepancies, naming conventions, and dodgy ways of phrasing things are here now. Spending money on a mobile game is always an interesting idea. That's a quote directly attributed to my girlfriend who used this to describe interesting. But if you are going to, there are a few good things to buy. The gem supply under the supply depot. The thing where you get 80,000 gems for getting up to level 25 is not bad. Daily special offer. Premium crystal supply in Season of Conquest, pretty good. These Flames of War, not bad at all. Lucerne Scrolls. The one thing you should avoid, like the plague, unless you are, beyond doubt, the biggest whale this side of Free Willy, is the Super Value Bundle. My god, these super value bundles, the one thing they do not provide is super value. Instead, they provide small bonuses, increasing in power and increasing in bonus size, but also increasing a lot in price. If you're going to spend in Rock, I would recommend you stay away from the super value bundles. The value, my friends, is not for you. More nomenclative dissonance at number 5, which is probably not the greatest thing to say for international viewers, but hey ho, we've said it now. I've said it now. What are you going to do? Shoot me. Anyway, the word fortune in rock is very loosely used. We've just got this fisherman's fortune event. You'd be fortunate to stay away from it, is my belief. The Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune, even the little arrow pointing to the 8 heads. How many times do you get the 8 heads? That's right, 2% of the time. 23% you get the 1 head, so 75% of the time, well, okay, 67% of the time you get something essentially trash. It is a fortunate idea to avoid anything in rock that says the word fortune. Don't pay for Lilith's Christmas party. Keep your gems. The next lie is one so big that even rock had to remove it from the game. Marksman, we all know, we get it right at the beginning of the game. And skill number 1 used to read, instantly deals massive damage to the target. Direct damage factor 50. Now, when I first started playing the game, I thought, well, massive damage, that's fantastic news. What can go wrong with massive damage? Well, a lot of things, because it's 50 to 100, whereas a massive damage factor you'd imagine would be, Scipio's got quite a big one, 2,000, big one Scipio, big one Zhugliang, 2,000, Yuchi has 250. That's massive damage in my mind. The Markswoman thing, so egregious a trade's description breach, they have to pass it to deals direct damage to a target troop. Thank you, Rock, for listening to, well, feedback about your fibs. To avoid the vagaries of lie number 7, you must forget everything you know about history. For instance, when I first started playing Julius Caesar, what a legendary Roman statesman he was. I maxed him straight away on my first account, well, over the course of a year. It didn't do too well in fights because he's utterly trash. So, Julius Caesar, one of the most famous historical leaders on the game, not one of the best. Who else do we have? Hannibal Barca, right? Hannibal, we all know him. From the Punic Wars, taking on Rome's might with a massive army of elephants. Carthage's guardian went over the Alps with his elephants. Yeah, he's trashing the game as well. Who else do we have? Cavalry. Genghis Khan had the world's biggest empire with the Mongols, also trash. Instead, we just focus on the meta commanders, the Zhugliangs, the Boudikas, the Scipios, these kinds, Hermans. Forget about history. It doesn't matter too much. Rock doesn't really take too much from history. It has the names of the figures, but the meta has nothing to do with historical strength, my friends. Number 8, and our final lie, is predicated on this Peerless Scholar system. I really like this. Basically, if you've not done it before, during the week you answer quiz questions in a mock exam. If you get one right, or as in if you get 6 out of 10 in one, you qualify for the final exam, which is held every other week, where you can get gems, and if you qualify from that, you get into the actual final midterm, where you can get more gems. It's a really great system. However, it's just predicated on a lie, because what really happens is everyone joins a Discord call from one of the best rock content creators, where all the answers are read out and about 2,500 people put the answers in. So either everyone fails, as occasionally happens when the answers aren't freely available and they're difficult, or everyone passes. So Peerless Scholar, not really a Peerless Scholar. I'd say it's more of a peer-based scholarship assistance system. Oh dear, oh dear. It's pretty fun though. I like the Peerless Scholar thing. So, my friends, those are what I view the 8 biggest lies in rock to be. I'm sure I've missed loads out. Please let me know in the comments what you think other massive lies in rock are. Some that didn't make the cut are rock being an essentially free-to-play game when we have Crystal Tech. If you haven't got Crystal Tech yet, you've got a nasty surprise waiting for you if you enjoy the free-to-play element. We've got the Tier 4 versus Tier 5. Just try and fight with Tier 5 troops without good commanders and equipment and armaments and see what happens. And countless more, I'm sure. Like I said, let me know in the comments what you think are the biggest lies in rock. It's all a bit of fun though. We're just having a bit of fun. Just a lovely bit of fun. So my friends, I will leave you to change the Vikings. Get your siege ready. Get Ragnar at the ready. And go conquer some cities. Till next time, peace out.